As you can tell, that's where I'm at today. Trying this for a third time. This time I'm using a digital camera instead of my cell phone. For people who don't know about Fort King and its history, I'll give you a quick little rundown as I walk past some of these signs. Some stop numbers. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Here we go. Here's a sign here. I'll try to get close so people can read it. Fort King was an actual fort here in Florida, one of many, and it was attacked by the Seminole Indians and burned to the ground. I mean, not all of it, a good portion of it got burned to the ground. And it was evacuated for a while, then rebuilt. And it ran for a few more years. Then evacuated again and eventually torn down and built the very first courthouse here. This area from where these little markers are, the flagpoles throughout here, little stakes, I should say, not flagpoles, is the area, the outer boundary of the fort. And the fort goes way back in there. They're going to clear all this out and rebuild the fort, a exact replica. On the exact same spot where it originally stood. They had some archaeologists out here for the last 2 years digging up the grounds, and they found a bunch of musket balls, arrowheads, I guess pottery, and other things. I'm in the actual fort area now. And it is open to the public 7 days a week. 7 in the morning to 7 at night. Excuse me. Oh, I had an energy drink. But you can see, I guess, these are, I don't know what the little flags mean. But I believe these here are outer edges or some type of structure point where something will be going up. I have no clue. There's a mile of trails here. So if you like walking and exercising and seeing a pretty scenery and hearing nature, this would be the place to come. To my understanding, they're supposed to start clearing out all this here shortly and start the reconstruction progress of Fort King. Kind of watching through my viewfinder and where I'm going, so I don't walk off the path accidentally or run into poison ivy or poison oak or stuff like that around here. I'll take you to a section of the property where the fort's cemetery stood. Now, when I talk about the cemetery, it was part of the fort where they buried the soldiers and everything. But when the fort was demolished and no longer a fort, to my understanding, which I've been told by the visitor center here and some of the historians, scared the crap out of me phone. I have no idea who this person is. Oh well. Sorry about that. That startled me. But as I was saying, I was told that the cemetery no longer has anyone buried there in it, because when the fort was evacuated and torn down, I guess the military dug up the bodies and moved them to St. Augustine. And I'm kind of heading towards that way now, towards the cemetery section of the fort. Right now I'm in the fort. It doesn't look like a fort because it just looks like woods, but this is where the fort originally stood. Just trying to give you some little history on what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to be quiet, just kind of walk through here so you can hear the nature and gasp over the beauty of the Fort King. Thought I heard drumming. As this people who come and visit this area when it's being built, I don't know what they're going to do with it, but there's about a mile of trails both ways. It goes on to the far side of the property, and I'll post the link to Fort King's website. And for people who like history, this is a good place to come. I've been told there are going to be reenactments, events, and I don't know, possibly, I'm guessing possibly where you can spend the night here at Fort King. I don't know. Now this is the cemetery area where the cemetery was, and where the bodies were buried until they were moved. This field here. And the one unique feature about this area, that the grounds are haunted by ghosts. Yes, people, ghosts. I'm taking my time here. So this actually says I'm telling you the truth. And here's some more information about the fort. Stop number 17 by the flags. I decided to get those in the shot. Why not? Now, an interesting fact, I'm going to have to stop here and start again because I'm running out of time, because my video will be too big to post on YouTube if I don't break it down. So I'm going to stop for a second here and 10 seconds to talk to you about these houses here.